What's up, everyone? Hope you're doing well. My name is John, and welcome back to another episode of the Dear John Q&A right here on Beyond ARTV. This is where I take a detailed viewer question related to music and then answer in video form if I feel it needs more context, explanation, or even discussion like the one that we're going to tackle today. Can music affect our attitude? Can it change our mood? Does it have an overall impact on our life? That's what we're going to get into. We got a great question from Avenue Teal. If you want to be a part of this in the future, then drop your comment down below, starting with hashtag Dear John so that I can find you, and then who knows, maybe you'll get picked for a future episode. If you enjoyed the episode today, then please drop a like on it and consider subscribing. Let's see what Avenue Teal had to ask. Dear John, do you think the type of music a person listens to can affect their attitude? I listen to a lot of aggressive music like loud pop punk, post-hardcore, metalcore, etc. But I also tend to have a bit of an anger issue, bad temper. A colleague of mine brought this up and I quickly shut him down, but it got me thinking it could be true. What do you think? Absolutely love it when we get great discussion questions like this where I can just kind of talk off the cuff because I have personal experience with this. Obviously, I have an opinion, and I would love to know what you think as well, so join the conversation down below, but let's get to it. The age-old stereotype is that if you listen to metal, if you listen to punk rock or post-hardcore, metalcore, everything like that, then you're an angsty teenager, you're an angsty person with a lot of anger that's swelling inside of you, and you need to get it out, so you listen to that music as a way to channel it, and then you listen to it more, and as a result, you get angrier. It's a mom's worst nightmare. A church's enemy, however you want to look at it. It's the devil's music. We've heard that trope time and time again. But see, in my personal experience growing up, I more so saw that type of music, the angrier stuff like Linkin Park or Metallica, or even some of the older stuff that was louder like Nirvana, not necessarily always angry, but still kind of in your face, carrying a message or a torch at times. I saw that as a friend to turn to because I saw them as maybe somebody that I could look up to, maybe I could gain insight from, but not necessarily entirely always relate to. With music, I don't think that it always has to be about that personally. I think that yes, it can impact you, and if you start listening to a ton of Suicide Silence or Bring Me the Horizon and their early stuff all the time, maybe you will feel anger too, and it can definitely impact your mood, especially if you're reading along with the lyrics and you're seeing everything and you're taking it very literally and you want to apply it to your own life. But I feel like most people generally don't do that. They maybe take certain quotes from songs or they keep coming back to it because they like what the artist has to say and they're like, yes, I can see a bit of myself in that. But I think what I would do is listen to the music because I could feel the hurt, I could feel the sorrow, I could feel the anger, or even the happiness, the joy at times, because maybe I needed that crutch to lean on. Maybe I needed that friend to uplift me or to be down in the depths at the same time I was. I think the music can definitely have an impact on our attitude, especially if you have a negative or even positive mindset. If you're listening to Nothing But Happy by Pharrell Williams 24/7, then maybe you're going to be a mindless drone that just feels like you have to be happy all the time and that everything is just hunky-dory. But also, I don't think that you would necessarily feel that way. I don't think most people do that. But there's nothing wrong to listen to music to lift your mood or to boost your spirits or to get you pumped up, whether that be tackling a new job or college or a new paper that you have to write, whatever. If you need to get something done, you listen to motivational music. I think that kind of comes hand in hand. It's why Spotify and Apple and YouTube playlists exist. They make things to cater to a certain time. That's why you've got your dinner playlist and you've got your late evening or your early morning. You listen to music to match the mood, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you take on all of the characteristics of what the artist is saying. Now, I do agree with the point that was raised that if you already have a pre-existing temper or something, that maybe you will gravitate towards music that is angrier because you relate to it. It maybe helps you vent your hostility or your frustration or whatever it is you're feeling. It's not necessarily a personal flaw, I don't think. It's more so like, oh, I can see myself feeling this way, and maybe instead of actually going out and doing something stupid, I can get into this mindset. I can see what they were saying, how they dealt with their anger, or how they dealt with their frustration with the government, whatever it is, in their own way. To me, when you say attitude, that seems more of like a lifestyle choice, the way that you carry yourself day to day. If you have a bad attitude, a negative attitude, just your attitude and outlook on life. But when you say something other than attitude, like your mood, for example, I would agree more with that music can affect your mood. Because if you're going through a breakup or something and then you throw on Coldplay's Ghost Stories, you're going to wallow right along with it. It's why we sit down and eat an entire tub of ice cream while listening to something like that, because we want to get those things out. And obviously it can impact our mood. We can feel sad if we want to listen to songs about trauma or death or just overall bad experiences in life, that we go to that because it wants to relate to our mood, so we let it connect to our mood, but I don't think it necessarily has a consistent impact on our life. Now, every individual is different, so I think this is a very interesting discussion. I'm going to pin the question on you guys now. What do you think? Does music affect your attitude? Do you find it really bringing you down or lifting you up? Maybe you relate to it, or you just glean something from it. Even if you don't necessarily 100% relate to it, connect with it, you can see the benefits of it, why it's really smart, or why it's just fun to listen to. Let me know in the comments section down below. Do you find it affecting your attitude or your mood more? Anyways, like I said, if you want to be featured in a future episode of Dear John, then hit me up on social media or else in the comments using the hashtag Dear John, and then leave a detailed music-related question. Hey, since you're here watching the video anyways, you know what goes a long way? A like on this video. It really does help support the channel. If you would like to see more videos like this, then make sure you're subscribed with the bell rung. If you want to catch up on the Dear John Q&A, then tap this playlist right here, or tap here for another recent video. Socials in the description, and I'll see you soon for more on Beyond ARTV.